How here with Kara and Tristan. We are doing a quick Zoom training video for you just so you can learn some of the basic functionalities of Zoom. Now you can Zoom from your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, desktop, and the functionalities are similar but a little bit different. So this Zoom training is going to be based off using your laptop or your desktop because the most functionality is there. If you're using your iPhone or a tablet, you may have to search around to find some of these options, but most of them are there. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to take you through the bottom bar of your Zoom window because that's where most of the functionality is. But there's one quick thing I want to show you first. If you come into Zoom and you have a screen like this where you're just seeing the speaker and just a few people at the top, you're not seeing everyone, you're going to want to go to your upper right-hand corner and click on Gallery View, and that will give you your Brady Bunch view. You can have up to 25 to 30 people in a window. If you have more people than that, there will be an arrow that shows up on the right-hand side of your screen, and you can click to further screens depending on how many people are in your Zoom. And you will also notice in each person's screen in the bottom left-hand corner is their name. And you can see like Tristan and Kara both have a red microphone next to them with a line. They're both on mute right now. So that's how you can know what's going on. If someone has a green box around them, that's who's talking right now. So if you're in a big room and you can't hear people, see whose green box is lighting up because that's the noisemaker that's going on in the background. So going down to your bottom bar, the bottom left-hand corner has your mute. So if there is extra noise going on in your background or you want to have a side conversation, you're going to want to click that mute button. You're still going to hear me during this recording, but Tristan and Kara cannot hear me right now. Another trick to this is if you are on mute and you want to speak but not hit any button, you're on mute. You can press and hold the space bar and you'll be temporarily unmuted while you're holding the space bar. There's one other way to mute yourself, don't know why you would do it, but you could, is if you go up to your own square, a little blue box shows up that says mute, you can click that to mute yourself as well. Going back to the bottom bar and working your way across, if you need to get up and leave the room or someone comes walking in and you don't want to create a distraction, you can stop video. And then sometimes your photo pops up, sometimes just your name pops up. We never know what's going to happen. If you want to get really fancy with the Zoom, you can go choose virtual background and you can get a really cool background like Kara has. You can upload photos or there's some in there. I'm not going to do that in this training. That's advanced Zoom training. But you do have that option if you want to have a different background than Tristan or I have. Moving across the bottom of the screen again, this is your participants section. This is going to show you everybody that is currently in there. You can see that they have the camera next to their name, that they're obviously on video, and if they have the microphone, if they're speaking or not. Now, see, Tristan has just his first name, Kara has her first and last name, and my names all ran together as just one thing. If you go to your More button and click Rename, you can actually change how your name shows up. In a lot of ones, we're seeing people change to put what community they're from, Kansas City, St. Louis, especially if there's that opportunity for potential referrals in the future, people will know where everybody is from. Going back down to that bottom bar again, I'm going to click off participants to make it go away. Then I'm going to move over to the chat screen. If I send Kara a private message, hey, it will automatically default back to private again. If I want to send a message to everybody so Tristan knows what I'm saying, I have to choose that right there. And that's just how you can choose what you're doing. Now, if you do start talking about someone behind their back, please make sure that you go back to just having a private conversation with that one and do anything else. Going back to the bottom of the screen, share screen and record. You're not going to want to play with those at all unless you have express permission from your host ahead of time. So just don't mess with those. And then over here we have your reactions button. If someone's speaking and you want to give them a clap and let them know you thought that was awesome, give them a clap. If someone asks you to give a thumbs up, you can do a thumbs up. There's one last functionality that I want to show you, and it's back over here in the Participants tab. And if someone's speaking and you want to raise your hand, sometimes if there's a lot of people in a room, it's really hard to get a word in edgewise. You can just go right over here in the bottom of your participant button and hit raise hand. And if they call on you, then you can just lower your hand. That is most of the functionality that we have here in Zoom. If you have any more questions, just make comments and we will get back to you and help answer your questions. We hope this helps you. Thanks, guys.